Good morning, Alan. This is Alan Hotspur, and he works for RTS, and we're going to introduce you to the catch facility, and Alan will take us through what's required.
Okay, David, thank you. So here we are at the catch facility. This is where the new Reynolds installation is also here. Obviously this facility is for training purposes, and when we talk about training purposes, that's everything from level of academia all the way through to the physical plant, off-plant and workshop training. Now, the main reason why we're videoing today is to show you the new installation that we have here at the replicated or emulated, as we use, environment here at Catch. So if you're coming onto the operational area, the first area you have to come to and the first process that you have to amend to is through the control room. And the control room here behind us is where all of the access to the operational plant takes place. Not forgetting the other maintenance and workshop areas we have around the site, but if you are accessing the live operational area, you must come through this process first. So inside this building, which we'll go in a moment, is the control room for the DCS system and the actual physical plant and equipment. And we also have the permit office in here. And this is where the operations manager resides. So effectively, the control of the operational site is literally through one fulcrum point and through one access point in this building. So let's have a go and have a brief look. So in the main control office here, you can see in here we have a permanent staff, so there's an operations manager and a lead technician that are in this area. And from this position, we look at the control of the plant in terms of permitted work. So any work activities, real or for training purposes, they will all be controlled and accessed through this system here. So the authority to work on the plant is controlled by the operations management team located in this room. Also from this centralised office, we have the CCTV for the whole site. So as well as looking after operational control, we also look at the security of the site. Because for all intents and purposes, this site is exactly the same as any operational site, in that it has all of the same hazards as any full process site would have. Significantly, the only one difference here, and it literally is the one difference, is that we have water, albeit it's chemically dosed water, going through the pipework and the equipment that we have. All of the hazards that exist on a normal operational site exist here. So we must ensure, and it's paramount, that we control those hazards and associated risks in exactly the same way as we do at an operational facility. And that's why this training centre and this training facility and installation that Reynolds have put in is so unique here in the UK, because it is a live, full-scale operational process. So this is the control area. As well as the permit office, we also have the control room. And there's actually two control rooms within the building here. We have what we call the operational control room, which is what I'm showing you in here. And the uniqueness almost of this facility at Reynolds here at Catch is that we actually run a dual system, or have the potential to run a dual system. Now the system's down for maintenance at the moment. It's being remote desked at the moment, so work is undertaken, which is why the screens are off. Now on this site, the two systems are, we have what we call a Delta V system, which is a full operating system for a distributed control system, and it's something that is used widely throughout the globe through all our high hazard industries. The new installation from Reynolds is the one that you see on the left here. And what we have, as you can see very clearly, is a quad display screen, and this is something that we'll add into this footage later on. The quad display, much like the dual display for the Delta V, is to enable the control room operator to have multiple screens up whilst operating the facility, to enable them to see where the process is going, monitor any trends and alarms, and obviously control the automated process itself, and to be able to do that from one centralised location. Other equipment we have in here and other facilities we have, when the control room is fully furnished, and it's part way there at the moment, we will have an information screen on this wall here showing us the current status of all the plant facilities. We also have an electronic data logging system which allows the operators to log their operations both in the control room and also out on the plant. Finally, the only other thing to show you in here whilst we're here is this is where the main control panel resides. And within this panel here, you'll see, hopefully, for those of you that understand a little bit about the PLC setup, we have the Delta V control system here, and below that is all of the new installation for the Honeywell install. Now, the Honeywell install comprises effectively 3 main units. That is the main control edge PLC, the ER PLC, and this is the one that controls the overfill protection. So the safety instrumented system, that independent layer of protection or independent loop, is dedicated through this PLC. Obviously, we've got our network switch, and then finally we have what we call a CIU 888, and it's this PLC on the floor here that controls all of the tank top instrumentation, which I'm going to show you out on plant when we go there shortly. And it's the communication between these devices that is fed through into the new Honeywell system in the same way that it is on the conventional Delta V system. But within the new Honeywell system, we have the brand new Experian software, along with the Entis software, which is tank level management, combines to give us a fully functional and controllable automated system from this centralized control room. As we walk out of here, I will just simply drop into the switch room to show you where the motor control center is for the operational facility. So in here, you'll see we have our main motor control center for the majority of the pumps we have on the system. Some of these pumps now are dedicated to the new Honeywell install. And then over here you see our main busbar connection effectively with our incoming feeds, and then the relative motor controls for the various motors and hence driving the pumps within the process plant facility. We also have in here our key locks for all of the isolations that we need to perform, and we control these through a numbering system, as most conventional permit to work systems actually are devised. So we have everything that a normal operational facility has within the high hazard sector, albeit the scale is a little bit smaller, but this site is a full replicated and emulated facility. It's not a rig, it is a fully operational plant process, and that's something really to be clear and to bear in mind. So if we progress out onto the plant, I can put this in a little bit more of a tangible sense when we look at the physical equipment.
GoPro, stop recording.